Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Acupuncture Day. I'm on my way, about to meet the train. I was trying to record before I got out the house, but just want to show you guys. So guys, I am actually officially on my way to the acupuncturist. This is the first time I'm in this area. But you know, when you're in New York, you always find your way somewhere. So I'm here in Brooklyn. So I'm here walking to the acupuncturist office at the moment. So I'll figure it out. You know, like I said, when you're in New York. So yeah. This is 151. Oh, I think I found it. Yeah. So I am in the restroom. Like, this place is nice. So nice. Look at this. Like, very like classy line. This is the room. I've done acupuncture before, like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. From being in like a car accident or whatever. So part of like therapy treatment and stuff like that was acupuncture. But you know, going through these IVF procedures, you know, they always say acupuncture is good, and I've never done it. So I said, you know what, doesn't hurt to try, and doesn't hurt to like, you know, see what, you know, is gonna come out of it from doing the acupuncture. You never know, it might give it an extra boost that it needs, you know. So I don't think I have a problem with the implantation. I have a problem with, you know, the pregnancy progressing. It's just making sure my baby develops all the way, you know, no loss of heartbeat. I mean, even though certain things are out of my control, but anything that can help. So I'll be talking to the acupuncturist and then go from there. So yeah, here I am. the girl said that the doctor is reviewing my files, and then we're gonna have a conversation after she look over my paperwork and stuff like that. So let's see how this goes. I get so used to wearing a mask. I'm in a room by myself and I didn't take it off. I mean, come on. But yeah, I'm excited to finally start this and, get this process going. I'm just curious to see, what she's going to say, things like that, what the treatment is going to be like. So I'm going to fill you guys in. But yeah, this is it. Yeah, so just stay tuned for more updates, more to come. I'm really lounging in this chair right now. It's so cute. So I'm all done. That was actually really good. Very, very informative. I'll fill you guys all in after, but your girl needs some help, okay? So much going on in terms of I need more sleep, things like that. So I'll fill you guys in on everything. It's so much. So more updates to come. Okay, guys, it is so much that goes into this. I'm gonna have to really sit down and chat with you guys. The amount of paperwork and stuff that I receive, it's a lot. Oh, I gotta cross back the street. I just realized they blocked off the road. Yes, it's a lot of information. Your girl needs a lot of work. So lucky thing I did this. I come back in a week. And then of course they do recommend acupuncture 24 hours before transfer and 48 hours after transfer. So let's do this. Okay, I got a lot of work to do. Alright. So stay tuned for a little sit down update. Okay guys, so I'm back. I wanted to update you guys on how acupuncture went. Just actually do a full sit down and everything like that, to talk to you guys about, some of the things that my acupuncturist said and things like that. So I actually got this whole packet of papers that she gave to me for me to review and to look at. Of course I had an initial consultation plus a session. So my initial consultation, I had to fill out a questionnaire, basically, addressing everything that anything that's going on, what do I want to address in the session and everything like that. So for me it was more balancing stress and anxiety and just mental health, only because I do so much. I work a regular weekly job, and also I'm trying to start my event planning business, and things are starting to really pick up with that. It's trying to balance that, but also just taking the time to step back and try to have a family and start a family, and then on top of that, you guys already know what it's like, and other YouTubers will, but just how to just balance a YouTube. It's a lot of work just in terms of filming and edit. The filming is easy, but the editing process of it is it's the process. So I try to tend to take a day where I know that I have a free time and just edit. And then also being a wife, cooking, cleaning, the usual. So it's a lot that you balance and you juggle. Power to women because we do a lot. So it is a lot. It's just that get into that point where you need to realize that we need to take care of ourselves, because this is how we get to spiral. So as things started to pick up throughout the past couple of months and things like that, I'm really starting to feel it. And I said, as I'm headed into this transfer, I need to address a lot of things. So one of them, of course, was balancing the stress and everything like that. Another thing was, of course, diet, so it was conversations that her and I had with that, especially, we're trying to conceive and making sure that, you're eating the right things and things like that. Another thing is, of course, making sure that I get the right type of acupuncture sessions while I am in the stage of embryo transfer stage, get to the point where I'm actually, doing the transfer itself. So she did recommend that I do a session 24 to 48 hours before my transfer, and then 24 to 48 hours right after my transfer. So I'm going to, when I find out when my transfer is, I'm going to schedule it in that way, so that way I have my sessions organized. We did a session today where she kind of basically focused on circulation, focused on the fact that I am at the nearing the end of my menstrual, but starting the transfer process, making sure that everything is kind of flowing correctly, and that my body's going to be absorbing and taking in that medication right. So that is one of the things. I did mention to her that I am doing yoga and that I'm doing exercise. She said, I'm glad that you're doing yoga, taking to a little bit of meditation as well. And she did say that the exercise, focus on certain exercises that are good. Don't do anything too strenuous. So I have to kind of maybe adjust a little bit, but I'm definitely I'm heading in the right direction. Now, in terms of sleep, if you know me, I barely get any sleep, and that's a problem. So she gave me a bedtime. Oh my god, she gave me a bedtime. She said, you need to go to sleep. And I'm serious. She said, you need to sleep. She said your liver functions the most at 1 o'clock in the morning, because that's when your body's at rest, and it begins to pump and produce the right amount of blood, and produce properly, and etc., things like that. So she told me 11 o'clock, get to bed. So I'm gonna let y'all know how that goes. I'm gonna let y'all know how that goes at 11 o'clock bedtime. I know it's gonna be rough, because my mind goes a mile at a minute, but she said you need to get up, shut off the electronics, everything like that, and just try to get some sleep. You need some sleep, especially for this transfer. You want to make sure that you're getting the right proper sleep, and I know when I start taking that progesterone, that everything's just gonna kick in. Like, that sleep is gonna come like nothing. You guys already know how progesterone works. It comes like nothing, right? Another thing she recommended was giving me something called magnesium glycerate, which is supposed to help me sleep. So I'm actually going to speak to my doctor first. I'll let you guys know what he says, if I can take that while I'm taking like all of these other things, and if it's safe and things like that. If he says yes, then that's fine. If he says no, then it is what it is. And she gave me certain type of brands and stuff like that to focus on. So a couple of things that she gave me was, of course, a traditional Chinese medicine and assisted reproductive technology, which is like art, and it just basically like just letting me know foods to avoid, reducing your diet, timing of a treatment, like before and after transfer. So this was one of the pamphlets that she had given me. Another one was the liver stagnation, which is what I was telling you guys about. So this is type of foods to avoid. We really want to get that liver functioning properly, and things to add to my diet as well. So she gave me like a pamphlet on that. So if you guys know yin and yang, so it's when basically it's your body best works when your yin and your yang is working together and in balance. So when your yin and yang becomes deficient, you can start to feel sensations of heat or dryness. So because my body, I'm like always feeling hot and things like that, is because of the chance that my yin and my yang is not like balanced. So so I need to kind of focus on that, add certain foods to my diet, avoid certain foods as well. She gave me what the lung for yin, like how to help with that, like what things to eat: pears, peach, apples, banana, strawberries, string beans, milk, cheese. But certain things like certain things I know I'm not gonna add in here. Like I only drink almond milk. I don't drink any type of other milk. But the bananas is easy for me, strawberries is easy for me, apples is easy for me, pears is easy for me. Certain things I know that I can eat. For the kidney wise, she said it says pork, duck, millet, barley, tofu, string beans, black soybeans, black sesame beans, blueberries, blackberries, seaweed. All right, so I might do the blueberries and the blackberries. and maybe like, you know, depends, like if I get like a nice soup or something like that, I could probably add some barley in it or something like that, right? That's what I probably was gonna do. My eye, why's my eye glistening? What you call it? So another thing she gave me was alkalizing foods. Alkalizing foods can help balance out the levels of acidity. So because I have acid reflux, she gave me this package because this will help me alleviate inflammation and improve circulation, which is a problem that I have. So you know, of course, types of fruits, nuts, vegetables, and miscellaneous things that I can, you know, incorporate in my diet is going to help me in terms of my acid reflux. And of course, when you get pregnant, acid reflux is not fun, so getting ahead of that and a balance of that is going to be great. And of course, dietary advice for women trying to conceive is one big thing that, you know, in Chinese herbal medicine, like they really, you know, recommend. She even put in there to, she recommend adding in bone broth as something that I use to, like, you know, saute my foods, things like that, you know, and even in my soups and stuff like that, this will help. And they gave me another pamphlet that says natural supplements for women trying to conceive. So certain things that you need, and we all know we need a prenatal vitamin. So, you know, just breaking them down, like the folic acid, vitamin C. Not too much vitamin C is not good, but the right amount, like she said, we require 500 milligrams of vitamin C. Yes, a day. So 500 milligrams of vitamin C a day, and cortisone Q10. So it's a fat soluble substance which present in every cell in your body, improves blood flow. So this Q10 is very, very important, especially because you want to make sure that your uterus is nice and warm and cushy and ready, you know. And she recommends, especially things that I eat, a lot of warm foods, lots and lots of warm foods. Stay away from cold foods. She switched me up a little bit. She said, try do warm foods. So that's my goal: warm foods, right? And then of course meditation. What I was explaining to you guys earlier, meditation. Finding that right place, uninterrupted place to get into that nice peace of mind, and kind of like, you know, breathing exercises and get into that point, right? And then she gave me something else also for anxiety, and drinking like green tea. Chamomile tea is really good for that. So I love chamomile tea, so I already have like my nice jar of like my chamomile tea from the brand Tazo. So I'm definitely gonna be absorbing more of that. Omega-3 fatty acids, I have to check my prenatal vitamins, it should have that in there. And other supplements to add is of course calcium and magnesium, or simply magnesium if constipation is an issue, right? So that magnesium is really going to help with that. Meditation, acupuncture, journaling, talk therapy, deep breathing, and a good cry. I like how the bottom it says a good cry, right? So yes, so I'm definitely doing acupuncture, I'm doing the yoga and the meditation. The journaling, I fell off on that, but I'm gonna get back into my journaling. And then the talk therapy, I haven't really done that. Talk therapy, but it's an option. And of course the deep breathing, which goes hand in hand with meditation. And, you know, that good cry, I mean, I'm not, you know, that's not the first thing I'm gonna do, but if it push comes to shove, I'm gonna do it, you know. And then, oh Lord, my favorite, insomnia. So every time I'm filming a video, I mean, right, so the insomnia, as you guys know, I struggle with sleeping. So like I said, she gave me a bedtime. So I will be trying to get my butt in the bed at that time. I'm so serious. So next week I plan to tell her, like, you know, this is my improvement for next week and getting this right, you know. Psoriasis, and I forgot the P is silent. So I have eczema. So it's like it's inflammation, of course, as you know, of the skin. So it's seasonal for me, and I do take hydrocortisone in order to relieve the eczema. So, you know, she's showing me like certain things that can help reduce the flare-ups. One of the guilty things is spicy food, and she highlighted it because I love spicy food, and if it doesn't have spice, I feel like it doesn't taste good. So that's an adjustment for me. So I'm always adding hot sauce to stuff. I mean, I don't know why, but it's a problem. I've always been like this since I was younger. Always been like this. So I really need to kind of like adjust it and change the way that I eat spicy food, because I just love it. It's so good. And then it kind of ties back into like alkalizing my food, certain things that I should incorporate in there as well. And a probiotic. So a probiotic would be good for me to help reduce the inflammation as well. So I'm probably going to do like a yogurt, like a probiotic yogurt that will help. Not too much heavier in the dairy, but it'll still help in a way, you know. And then we have heat and fire. So this heat and fire is when the fact that I told you guys that I'm always hot. So she was also able to detect that because she saw, like, she told me, like, you know, can I see your tongue? And she saw the heat and fire in my tongue. Apparently they're red. This in the tip of my tongue said a lot, which I did not know. You say you learn stuff every day, which I did not know at all. So she was just giving me certain things to avoid. Of course, the pepper. I mean, I think it was almost every pepper label here. Chili peppers, black pepper. I mean, label here. So I really gotta like cut it back. I gotta cut it back. But there's certain vegetables that I could definitely add to my diet, and you know, soups and stuff that I can consume and avoid deep frying, roasting. Oh wow, overeating. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so it's interesting. So stomach heat. So to help stomach heat and liver heat. So below specifically to incorporate based on the area of body. So stomach heat. Right, rice, barley, porridge. Oh, I love porridge. I can eat porridge any day. Banana, avocado, cucumber, same thing. I can eat all those 3 things every day. Spinach, me too. Lettuce, arugula, watercress. Never had that. Cabbage juice, tofu, soy milk, and yogurt. So I can tell you guys the yogurt. Liver heat. Peppermint, mung beans, sprouts, celery. The celery definitely. Lettuce, cucumber, I can do that too. So I'm gonna try get my cucumbers, cut them up, you know, prep them, all these things like that. I'm really gonna try. So wish me luck. Wish me luck. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's the plan. So yeah, I just wanted to fill you guys in on that. And then what was the last thing she gave me? Of course, was inflammation. So inflammation, you know, inflammation in the body, things like that. Because lately, as soon as I eat something sweet, I just feel a little bit off or whatever. So she was like, you know what? You need to cut back on certain things because, you know, you have inflammation and, you know, you just want to do things the right way. You know, so I don't drink alcohol because, as you guys know, my pituitary tumor, I have to cut back on that. So it is, you know, that was something that I had to give up regardless. They did say like a little small bit of wine is good, so I do drink alcohol-free wine. So I am enjoying that. My best friend bought me a bottle, and she made the best decision. Shout out to you, XL. You thought about me. So yes, yeah. So I'm enjoying my alcohol-free wine, and I'm open to getting more bottles of it. So just wait, you know, if you want to sit back and just enjoy a glass of wine and knowing that there's no alcohol in it, there's nothing wrong with that. All right. So that was all the paperwork that I received. Now this office does not take insurance up front. So they don't take insurance up front, but my insurance does cover acupuncture. So what I'm going to do is ask them for the procedure code and the invoice and everything like that on what they did, and that way I can submit it to my insurance and you know, probably get reimbursed for it. So that's gonna help a lot. All right guys, so that was my update on my acupuncture, my first session. So I will keep you guys in tune with the next set of sessions. All right, so I just want to say stay tuned for more updates. Like, comment, and subscribe. There is more content where this come from as I go through my embryo transfer journey number 4. Right, as you guys can see from my prior journeys, if you haven't looked, I am doing things a bit differently. So like I said, taking things in a different perspective and, you know, going from there. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys tons. Bye.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more.